What up everybody, my name is Brad. This is my 1995 F-150 and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to replace automotive hardline. So this is the old brake line that we pulled off of my truck. We noticed that there's a bad flare. We're going to put a whole new hardline on and new fittings. So a little tech tip for everybody, you want to try to do as much hardline as possible where you can, because otherwise you lose brake pressure when you use more soft line, and you only want soft line when you have mobile parts. So this is the kit that we'll be using today to do our flares. It's the universal hydraulic flaring tool set from Mastercool, and the part number is 72475. So if you guys want to do AN lines with this kit, you have to buy these for a 37-degree AN flare. And we'll be using our 3/16 double flare die set with the 3/16 flare adapter and our 37-degree cone. And this is the line straightener that we'll be using that we got off of Pit Supply Co. And the line that we'll be using to replace the old line is just standard 3/16 automotive hardline. We will also be replacing the -3 tube sleeves and barrel nuts. You never want to reuse the tube sleeves because they are a press-on fit, so you run the chance of it leaking again down the line. So after pulling the old line off, we suspect that the flare was bad because the whole line was too short. On install, what they did was over-tighten it and it stripped the flare. And so that's where we think that the brake line failed. So we're gonna make it a 1/2 inch longer, and then if we need to shrink it down, all we need to do is put a little kink in it. So after rolling out your line and cutting it, you're probably gonna have some waves in it. So what you're gonna do is come over to your tool here, and you can adjust the height, back it out a little bit if your kinks are pretty big, and then just slowly come down. Much straighter. So we got our new line here. I'm just gonna hold it up to measure it. And then like I said earlier, I'm gonna give myself a little bit more room so I don't strip the flare and we have the same problem. So I'm gonna give myself about that much room. And if that ends up being too much, we can always put a little kink in it and suck it back down. And then just using the cutting tool that kit provided, I'm just gonna cut up my line, give myself a little score mark. So my hands are slippery. And just slowly tighten down. There we go. This is our deburring tool, Titan part number 51960. You can clean up both ends to get ready for the flaring tool to go in. Just give it a couple good turns, and then you're ready to put your flaring tool on. Very important part when installing new brake lines, put your fittings on before you flare, because if you flare the brake line, you will not be able to get these on and you will have to basically do everything over again. So first things first, you're gonna get this out of the box. You're gonna back this all the way out and put your double flare die set in first with this end facing the handle. So you're gonna install it there, put the stopper in to hold it in place, put the end that you are going to flare inside, and it stops it where it needs to. You're gonna clamp down, get it nice and snug. Then you're gonna pull out your flare adapter for 37 degrees if you guys are doing AN. You're going to put it in where the key is. I have to back mine out a little bit. And how to do that, you just twist the handle, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Put it back in, take the stop out, tighten it. Until the nose of the fitting seats on the brake line. You're gonna get it snug by hand. You're going to close the valve and pump it with hand pressure until it gets pretty tight. Then you can loosen up on your pressure. The die will back itself out, and then you just back it out the rest by hand. Until you can take the die out and swap it for the 37-degree cone. And you'll repeat the same steps, tightening it by hand. And always make sure that the tip of the cone seats in the center of your line. Snug it down, close the valve, and tighten it by hand. Okay, loosen up and back it off. Undo your die set. And there is your flare. This tool makes it very easy, and it takes way less time. Looks great, ready for installation. Okay, so now we can take our caps off. Probably leak a little bit of brake fluid. It's all right. So before you install the new line, you want to make sure that the cones on the male ends of the AN lines are good to go, and there's no nicks or burrs or anything, as well as the threads. This line was a little bit too long, so we had to throw a kink in it, but there will be no issues. We're gonna bleed the brakes now and make sure that we don't have any leaks, and we'll be good to go. All right, so we got the new line all installed, ready to go. Pressure bleeded the system, made sure there was no leaks. We're all good to go. Special thanks to GemFX Motorsports for letting us use the shop. If you guys need any parts for your next build, hit up team@pitsupplyco.com. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit that follow button. Helps out a lot, and we'll see you on the next one.